This is Appalling News. I'm Paul Chato. The worst of the virus, that shall not be named, might be behind us, but finding out about government incompetence is just arriving now. And speaking of arriving, Canada's Federal Auditor General has accused the Liberal government's massively detested and inconvenient Arrive Canada Coof screening travel app of huge cost overruns and utter incompetence in its development. Auditor General Karen Hogan pointed out that Arrive Canada was originally budgeted at $2.4 million, but the final cost was $59.5 million. Now, you Americans don't laugh at us. We know that's just what your military pays for a coffee machine on an aircraft carrier. The Canadian Border Services Agency, the Public Health Agency of Canada, and Public Services and Procurement Canada were clearly caught off guard when they were actually required to do their jobs. The one thing that strikes fear into any public servant. Hogan told the House Public Accounts Committee that she came across the worst bookkeeping she's seen in years. The audit could have been worse, except there were no records kept. Subcontractors were hired who never did any work on the app. The federal government, fighting back, proved Arrive Canada worked perfectly by wrongly quarantining 10,000 travelers for 14 days. The government did find out its mistake on the 12th day. At least it wasn't a total screw-up. Will the government agencies and contractors be forced to pay back any money? No, not in your life, because as is usually the case here in Canada, the criminally incompetent will never have to pay restitution, and the Royal Commission into the malfeasance will cost more than the entire application project itself. Hypocrisy alert! During the Super Bowl, Dove debuted this wonderful, charming ad showing young girls, yes, real girls, not doing so well in sports. Their copy said, 45% of girls are quitting sports, and low body confidence is the number one reason why. Riley Gaines, champion swimmer and crusader for women's sports, pointed out a Dove tweet from 2021 where Dove championed Laurel Hubbard, a male-bodied weightlifter who competed with women in the Olympics. You can see Dove's tweet here. History in the making. Congrats to Laurel. Here's to more trans representation in sports. Dove's present slogan is, let's keep her confident. Confident that she can't compete against male-bodied women? That should do it, Dove. Our schools are now trying to convince girls they aren't actually female. We're certain that is a great way to building self-esteem. How about a chest-binding ad, Dove? Getting a lifelong injury due to a rugby tackle from a shockingly large girl sporting a 5 o'clock shadow? Come on, Dove. Which is it? Those are some healthy, body-confident women. Clearly, Dove, you can suck and blow at the same time. And finally, we have been receiving comments as to this host's qualifications for being a news reader you can trust. Here is a clip from 1977.
A man was arrested today and charged with taking a leak in Fenman's vegetable market. I guess that should be from Fenman's vegetable market?
No, it was in.
As you can see, the professionalism was there even back then, though we will admit the material needed some work. This has been Appalling News. I'm Paul Chato, and that's the way it is.